Trust. I have come to believe that to be able to truly trust may be one of the biggest challenges I've faced in my life. I had struggled with this vast concept continuously for many years until I decided to truly make an effort to understand how trust manifests itself in life. In 2001, I had the opportunity to direct a large and challenging project, the opening and closing ceremonies of the 8th IAAF World Athletic Championships in Edmonton. After taking a few months off to recover from the job, I decided to take 3 weeks at a meditation and yoga retreat in Ganeshpuri, India. After spending my days in meditation, silence, chanting, and reading, I left the ashram in a state of bliss. I could not have been in a more open and receptive state of being. I felt as though the world was new, and I was observing and experiencing it through a new pair of glasses. After leaving the ashram, I intuited that something much bigger was beginning to happen inside of me. I could not put my finger on it, what it was at all. I just knew I felt something fresh, new. Nevertheless, it was also uncomfortable, and I felt at times as if I was living in two parallel universes. One was a spiritual inner world, and the other was the practical, professional, everyday world. On my arrival home, I began to look for work again. I thought how great it would be to have a new project, fresh, invigorate, and excite me. No work opportunities had come out of the last project. In fact, absolutely no job prospects were on the horizon, and I wondered what was I going to do. I made all my usual contacts in skating, live events, and film worlds, but I kept hitting dead ends. It was so bizarre, and I couldn't remember a time like this before in my life. I sensed frustration mounting, and a bit of panic seemed to be setting in. My blissful state was evaporating, and my savings were diminishing. During this time, I had been corresponding with my roommate from Ganeshpuri, and I told him about my situation. He wrote some interesting thoughts to me. Use this precious time wisely and learn from your experience in India. Listen to what was being spoken to you. Listen to your inner guru. Allow the expansion of your blissful state to see new horizons. Be wise and trust in the messages you are being given. We are rarely in life given the gift of time in life to do this reflection and move within. Trust. And when it seems that you are losing the power of trust, go deeper inside and trust more. You will be supported. Well, I was definitely receiving the message. I listened to the words from my roommate and really sensed deep inside he was right. This was the spiritual universe speaking loudly. Every day, I began to visualize, set intentions, and meditate on trust. And when doubt appeared with its uncomfortable face, I would again believe in trust. As this was happening, I was feeling that some real changes were happening to me spiritually in the way I was observing and responding to life. I could also sense inside of me that something was telling me to leave Vancouver for a while. It was rather an uneasy voice that was speaking to me. I wasn't sure if I should listen or not. I didn't want to make a mistake. I was uncertain of where I was being led. I thought, how can I make a move when there is not much money in my accounts, no concrete possibilities, and when my mother is at her advanced age? Trust. I kept saying to myself, something will come about. Near the end of 2002, I was now on the hunt for my next living location away from Vancouver. I was setting this desire into action. One thing led to the next. I sensed an increased momentum that something was definitely about to happen. But what, where, how, and when was I about to experience? My search for my new destination ended in Brussels when my friend Robin said, "Why don't you come and live here for 6 months? You can stay here for free, as it would be great to work with you on developing a production together. Besides, it would be great to have you living closer." I had never thought of living in Brussels. Was this the shift that was happening inside of me? After some contemplation of family and business matters, I decided to definitely take the move. I would be starting all over again, from nothing and no income again. But I was again being supported, and I trusted, no matter how risky the move may have seemed. I never turned back on this decision, even with the naysayers advising me otherwise. In Brussels, I began to reinvent my life. A few weeks into my new life in Belgium, I made the decision to spend my 50th birthday in India. I was about to write to a friend in India to tell him my plans when another friend emailed me exactly at the same moment, asking if I wanted to go to India with him on a business class ticket for free. I couldn't believe what I was reading. Trust. So many wonderful situations occurred in those 2 years during my discovery and practicing of trust. I could feel my universe powerfully coming together, with each one supporting the other. I never in this whole period thought I would end up on the street or starving or without ambition or support from friends, family, or financial sources. I trusted that all would work out with the kindness and support from everyone around me. When one situation ended and I thought, "Oh, now the end is near, what will I do?" Another situation appeared that supported my belief and trust. My life just became more vibrant and full. How I got the money is beyond me, but I was supported. Every person's life is different, and one may say, "I am lucky." Perhaps so, but when we are in the thick of change or hardship, and we don't see the luck at all, we still have a choice to trust. I had the choice to go into a downward spiral and sink myself into poor me thinking and victimization, or I could choose to look up towards possibilities, hope, and learning. I chose the upward spiral, even if it did not always seem to be moving upward. I trusted and still do more than ever. Now that all will work out in the end. My journey continues. Finances have improved dramatically. My travel continues to increase. My life continues to expand intellectually and spiritually. My trust just continues to grow and grow. I do realize one thing, though. There is a key to trusting. We need to believe that all will work out the best way, no matter how difficult it can be. We need to support our belief with positive effort and action toward where we want to go, even if we may or may not know the direction. It is guaranteed to change along the way. It is about trusting we will make the right choices, and if they are not, they will become learning experiences, moving us forward in our journey towards trust and trusting the universe that exists within and outside of us. This is the bigger picture of life. My roommate in Ganeshbury was correct. You are being given this time to sort out some things in life. Trust, trust, trust. Open your heart to trust. Open your heart to put forward the effort. Open your heart so that trust can flow through it. Open the dam to let trust flow like a river towards the ocean. Your heart is what holds your power to trust.